Hi everybody, and welcome to my Rimworld playthrough. Um, yeah, this is going to be a series where we follow the story of a group of people, because, that's what Rimworld's all about, the stories of people that survive together. But particularly in this one, I involved my community in this process, where people can, on my Discord, submit characters who will, throughout the series, get added to the story and see where things go from there. This was originally recorded like a year ago, but in true me fashion, I forgot to record the voiceover, and then promptly forgot about picking the project back up for a year. But of late, I've been feeling like doing Rimworld again, and I knew this was still lying around, and I felt like what, I put so much prep work into this already. I might as well just, go and finish it up. Even though, like, this is the first episode, but I just feel like I've put in enough work for it to warrant the effort to actually, still go through with it. And yeah, we'll see how far we go. If you want to submit a character yourself, join the Discord. There's a channel for it. Can't guarantee that your character gets in, but they're certainly welcome. And if possible, I will add them to the tribe later on. But yeah, without further ado, let's get to it. So, welcome to, the story. These are survivors from a tribal federation named the Tamil League. One night, their home was just attacked by creatures that, spit fire at them. And they are, as far as they know, the only survivors who made it out of that. They had to travel a long way across deserts and hills and mountains to get where they are now, where they have pitched up a little camp of tents. And, well, are ready to set up a new home, as they figure their old home is destroyed. So let's assemble the group so I can, introduce you to them. Alright, here is Don Boss Lucio. He was a poor kid in his childhood, and in adulthood he was a standard bearer, meaning he was a warrior back in the tribe. He's also married to Magpie, and Sage is his daughter. Magpie is the pregnant wife of Boss, and she's a sole survivor from a different tribe way back when. And Sage is the child of Boss and Magpie, and, well, she is more of a sensitive character who is going to be more connected to all the spiritualist stuff that the tribe has to deal with. Bitters is just straight up a warrior who is staggeringly ugly. Because yes. Badger has been a cave child, always was drawn to the underground, to digging and building stuff. And here we have Ruff, or Herder, always been a herder, works with animals all the time. Stag, or old farmer, who has a protege named Goose, who is the only person who's not really been born on this planet. He's a child that fell out of the sky one day in a drop pod, and the tribe adopted him into their ranks. Boss is a character made by my friend Jesse, and Bitters is my own personal insert. The rest are essentially random generated characters that I've just, adapted the perks they got into a bit of a story. And, well, here we, immediately start off with building a pen for the ghosts so they don't, run off. But, some stuff I'll also just skip through because the footage is almost 2 hours long, and I don't want to make a video that's an hour and 40 minutes long where a lot of it is just nothing. So I'll just comment whenever I feel like something's going on. Here I am wondering why one person is not contributing to the tribe, but that's Goose, and Goose is technically still a child, so. And so the tribe, set out to get to work. Everybody just clearing trees for the pen, whilst Sage delivers wood. Just look at this boy, just across the river, staring at the sky, whilst everybody else is, working their ass off, setting up the camp. Magpie is just taken easy by the fire. She is pregnant after all. And there Badger is erecting the first fences. As you can notice, not a lot of people have a good plant skill in the colony, so cutting down stuff is going to take quite a while, also because they don't speed up anything at all. Meanwhile, several people are just chilling by the fire, taking breaks between the work, as there isn't really a strict work regimen, because, they're just a band of survivors. Nobody's really taken charge as of yet. Here I noticed that Badger's priorities weren't set right, so... Well, actually, where is Badger? What the fuck? This is one of those things, like, I'm doing a voiceover a year after I played this, so I have no clue what's going on. All of the fucking time. Goose is still skywatching way away from the tribe. What a reckless 10-year-old. And also has absolutely no certainty in his own fucking religious belief. Because he's too smart. And then night has fallen on the first night, the first day of the tribe. Starting a new life into this new location. And it's been very productive. Some rocks have been hauled along. Trees have been cleared for a fence. And I just discovered that all the goats are male. So I'm fixing that real quick. But yeah, no, a fence has been built. Some, stuff has been cleared. Stag, even with some help from Sage, cutting trees, planted a field of rice for, when their initial food starts to run low. And now with the goats fixed, it's time for, everybody to go to bed. Kind of typical that Sage and Goose are the last ones to go to sleep as the youngest ones. Also, Goose just sneaking food into his tent at night. What the fuck? What is that boy doing? I just noticed that those walls of that ruin right next to the pen are made of concrete. So, story-wise, that's definitely going to be a thing of they're never going to repair that. I'm not going to claim those walls, ever. And they're just going to be wondering about this weird structure that just seems impossible to exist. And here I am, about to start laying out the building plans for the first structure of the tribe. Which, when I initially started building it, I think I was going more for a longhouse kind of ordeal. Mind you that at this point I Also, I hadn't played Rimworld in a good while. So I started with a common room at the start, and here you can see me like making the rare nooks that I believe were meant to be like, going to be the indoors sleeping spots of the rest of the tribe. But until I research furniture, it's better for them to sleep in their tents than use sleeping spots inside. And because there's a metal pipe in the way, Bitters is told to just whack it to pieces with his club. Because that's his job. Whack stuff. And boy, he whacking. Meanwhile, the rest of the tribe is also, starting to wake up somewhat. Sage starting to plant some more stuff. Here I also decide that I want to do something in the future over there. Also, I'm a fan of these bigger doors. They just kind of look better to me when, for example, you make double doors. Make a little bit more sense because the standard door of the game is just, one of them science fiction kind of sliding doors that go open both ways, and you don't really see that a lot in Rim of Tribes. God damn, when Badger starts building, she just builds. Like, it's just fucking wild sometimes. Undrafted Badger. Badger goes off to do Badger stuff. Goose is fishing. That's at least being somewhat productive to the tribe instead of like, a whole day yesterday when he just did nothing to contribute. I'll set up some cooking. Which I forgot to mention, Magpie is the main cook for the tribe right now. Although it's also mostly because there's just nobody really good at cooking, and she has the best ability for it, I guess. Boss is just lying down, daydreaming. Magpie and Sage clearing, trees and other bushes that don't really have a purpose in the goat pen. Who's still fishing? Bitters is just staring at the sky. Rat is just walking by, and Stack just finished planting the crops. So he goes to help out the rest with cutting down all the plants that need to go. Magpie is puking in the goat pen. Just keep track of that. I'm sure this is not going to be the last time that happens. Badger's putting a roof over the longhouse. Just pretend it's not metal. Some berries and some fish have been added to the stockpile. Looking back at it, it kind of infuriates me that I took so long before I even built a sheltered storage. I just left it out in the open for any wild animal to just walk up and eat their food supplies. Professional Rimworld player here, obviously. And as, the walls and the roofs have come up, plans are made to build furniture in, the newly erected long hall or longhouse. But night is falling once again. As Magpie gathers some berries and some fish to, cook the first fresh meals for the tribe. So, you know, our kinsmen and such do not have to eat pemmican all the time. So they can save it for when they more need food reserves. And then Sage and Magpie have a little heart-to-heart as, you know, mother and daughter. About both, you know, love and fighting muggers, apparently. And here I discover that both Boss and Bitters can have expertises. So, you know, first I had to kind of find out where I even selected expertises. Didn't take too long. But for Boss, as, you know, Jesse, who made the character, kind of described them as a mob boss in a tribal era, I decided to go for negotiating. Because that seemed to be the most sensible to me. And Bitters, well, Bitters, he is, you know, he's all about punching stuff, mostly. So, yeah, I gave him dueling. And the tribe is asleep. Words. The tribe is asleep some more. There's a lot more puke in the coke pen. You just know that's all Magpie as well. Goose delivering some last fish to the storage. Before grabbing a meal and going to... It's the middle of the night, Goose. What the fuck? What is with this kid just eating in the middle of the night? What is he doing? Why is he doing? But at least he got, you know, he got to be the first person to eat at the table, I guess. Dream by little tribal men, people, things. Well, then I will spend the night looking around at things, having no clue what the fuck I'm doing. Because I don't know what I was doing at the time. But... Stag! What the fuck? It's past midnight. You were asleep. What are you doing? Oh well. Anyway, as Stag has just, you know, gone by for a little midnight meal, apparently. I'm saying that Badger is just in her dreams coming up with this whole idea of, you know, making a side room to the Longhouse. That's kinda utilizes a bit of the old ruin for wall structure. And that's going to be where all of our supplies will be stored once it's built. So I'm just, you know, starting to mine some blocks and a pathway to some, you know, steel. Because, oh my god, Magpie. She's pregnant! How much more loving do you need to do in that tent? Holy shit. Anyway, before I lose my train of thought, I was... God damn, they're going at it for a while. Now Bitters is awake. What is it with these people waking up in the middle of the night? And there goes the last, you know, prepared meal. Has everybody just been eating these meals at, like it's some kind of fucking secret or something? Like, they're trying to be, you know, they don't want people to know. Or whatever. What? I don't even know anymore. This is just what the game does. This is what they do. They just wake up in the middle of the night and they decide to eat food and do whatever, and then they just go back to bed, I suppose. Or in Bitter's case, nope. What? Bitters is just deciding to start the day early, I guess. So anyway, as I was saying before, I was going to set up mining for steel, so some important facilities could be built, like, you know, a stove and a research bench. This is a pretty modern game, but I haven't really gone out of my way to really, really regress the tech level of the game, because one, I just don't know how to do it, and second, I also don't want to get too much stuck in crazy tribal land. This is going to be a series about, you know, this tribe rebuilding, surviving, and also effectively, you know, progressing through technology, because not the entire world is tribal. There are other influences out there with technology, and we're going to, you know, encounter them sooner or later. I should probably keep a consistent fucking distance from the microphone. I keep moving around because I just can't sit still. Alright, well, Badger's already putting up the roof beforehand, using those, you know, pieces of wall as a support before she starts to build the wooden walls. Stag, the powerhouse of the plants, just walks in there, starts cutting everything. Goose is just sitting in the middle of the river now. What is that boy doing? Just, what is he doing? Like, every so often I just look and Goose is just doing something that just doesn't make sense. Then again, that's a 10-year-old for you, I suppose. Badger starting to dig through the rock. She can get to the steel that they need. This, for example, is one of those things where, like, you know, I didn't feel like regressing the tech level too much, because at the time, I believe there was a mod that allows you to do it, but it added so many extra steps that I just felt like it didn't really add anything for me that much. Now Bitters is fishing as well. Oh, lovely. And Boss is now researching the first technology. Don't really recall anymore what it was. I didn't pay attention, but it's probably something important like furniture or something. I will say though, with the furniture and people, you know, using the longhouse, it does start to feel a bit homey, even though, you know, they still sleep outside in the tents. I do promise though that during the recording of the next episode, I'll just do the voiceover whilst I'm playing on a separate track, so, you know, I can still do like the audio volume differences by hand. Because this is not ideal, to say the least. I have no clue what's going on anymore half the time. And, you know, it's also like a lot of footage, so some stuff that usually I would just, you know, pause the game for, I now have to do on the fly, because, you know, people. Anyway, the urn that's in, like, the ruin, Badger figures that it would make, like, you know, a nice decoration, because, well, in the ruin it's just sitting there. Might as well just put it in the longhouse. Here is where I come to the interesting conclusion that you know, are not supposed to put tents inside. And night is once more falling upon the tribe. Their third day going by, pretty uneventful, aside from, you know, the construction of a storeroom. And just generally progressing more. Magpie definitely, you know, appreciating a more dedicated cooking spot. And we also figured that, you know, we should do some stuff around you know, start to do some stuff around the place to delineate paths and just, yeah, prevent, you know, growth of plants where they don't have to be. Here you can truly see the difference between the people's different plant skills. Magpie just, you know, obliterating whatever she's cutting down. Sage doing a pretty good job as well, but Ruff, well, Ruff just has it rough. I guess that's where her name comes from. Oh yeah, did I mention that, you know, people and animals are supposed to drink, and I, you know, all this time forgot to put a water throw in the fucking goat pen. Because of course I forget something instrumental like that. And these goats are getting quite dehydrated. So we find Badger. Wake her the fuck up and tell her to build that throw. So those goats will have, you know, somewhere to drink water. Oh hey, there's a raccoon in the pen. Oh lovely. Badger will also just, you know, grab a bucket of water, fill the throw, so the goats can drink at their own leisure. And slowly but surely, the rest of the tribe is just, you know, looking for their tents and starting to sleep. Except Ruff, because Ruff is just dead set on fucking cutting a tree and needs to be told to stop before going to bed. But, you know, just calm things. But just like that, the tribe is going to bed again. We missed a tree, what the fuck? Here we see Stag, the old man, just waking up at 4 in the morning to cut down a tree. Somehow Goose is also awake. Goose, why are you talking about howitzers? What the fuck? How do you even know what it is? You were a crash baby, not a crash child. What up, that asshole just ate a meal and then just picked up another one. Goose, my boy, I don't think you're doing things right. I don't think you get the concept of, you know, everybody should get an even share. Guess he came from a materialist planet or something. And it's just in his genes. Here he's just looking at a pregnant woman cut a tree. Like, what is this boy doing? Honestly. At least Magpie has jokes about jams, apparently. There's something funny about seeing Badger and a raccoon just wedged together like that. Holy fuck. Note to self for the next episode. Tame the badger. Not the badger, the raccoon. Uh-oh. That goat has not gone to the water throw when he should have. And here we discover that, you know, I briefly forget that you need to have a animal sleeping spot to rescue incapacitated animals to. Ruff, rescue boy! Rescue my boy! Rescue him from dehydration. Oh, there we go. Ruff is giving him some water. And Bitters is chatting about demons. Wait, Bitters is going to feed what? Bitters, that's a premium meal. What? That's the last of today's prepared meals. What are you doing? Bitters, why? There's fish in that. I'm not even sure if goats can eat fish. What? Anyway, the dehydration is decreasing, so all's good. Here I finally decide to include the goat pen in, you know, the cleaning areas. Because it's just silly how long I've let them just sit there and Magpie's puke. Just... I'm not even sure what was what I was thinking. I could have just done it way earlier, but... Ah. I'm essentially just playing catch-up to what fucking, you know, year ago me did. That one tree is really stubborn. A mad rat. Oh boy, he's running. Singular rat, though. I don't even recall what difficulty settings I've set it at, but a singular rat just feels hilariously underpowered for this group size. But we should probably deal with that rat. Pass me, hello. Okay, there we go. Send out people to fight the goddamn rat. Where's Bitters? We need our club boy to come clubbing. Ruff nearly fucking shooting one of our goats. And of course, Bitters has successfully defeated the mighty rat that came to destroy the village. He will forever be known as the hero, Bitters the Rat Slayer. Sage compared Ruff to an octopus? What the fuck? That's a bit uncalled for, Sage. What the hell? And now we butcher the rat for its offenses. Yet another night falls as I lay down the pathways around the fields. And decide to also, you know, have them till the soil with all the consequences that brings about. Effectively, it just means that, you know, they have to uproot the heel root plants. Which we are not in, you know, desperate need of anyway right now. Famous last words. And this is also where the game reminds me that Magpie is pregnant and is going to give birth in less than 6 days. Which is going to be interesting because we don't have a clean room. Or really a dedicated doctor. Just two people who have the words. Who can be good doctors. But they have to train it up first, so that's going to be a recipe for disaster. Bitters really has some heavy footfall. He keeps waking everybody up when he goes to bed. The thing from Far Cry Primal comes to mind. Mammoth thief. A feet. Why the fuck did I said thief? Like... Oh no! I set the raccoon to be hunted. Oh no! No! We have to go back in time, guys. We have to save the raccoon. Who's waking up way too early to eat a meal he had stuffed away in his pocket, of course. Ugh. Like, I'm pretty sure that this boy is just on his own, like, consuming half the fucking prepared meals that Magpie is just trying to prepare for the whole tribe, and Goose just... The little 10-year-old is just, like, constantly like, aha, no, I'm taking it. Oh, well, at least he's also one of the providers of food, I guess. He does fish. And he's technically also, he also assists Stag with planting crops. Just with the tilling of soil, and the pathways, and the structure, this place slowly is starting to come together, and, you know, various tribe members are starting to feel like this might actually be their new home. There's the anima tree. Gonna set up some meditation spots around it, because, you know, the ideal religion that the tribe has is nature-based. So of course the anima tree is going to be very important to them. And here we see Sage, of course, immediately meditating at the anime tree. And there Ruff has milked the goats for the first time, which I zoomed away from for way too fast. Everything is going pretty chill, like, you know. Animals are being hunted for food, the fields are being finished. There's milk from goats. Not entirely sure what I'm intending with, you know, the ruins there as I'm building a wall. Might just be just a bit of secure perimeter security, I guess. But this is also the point where I started to figure I should probably make some outhouses so people actually have a dedicated place to, you know, do their business instead of doing it in the river. I just low-key love this particular mod. Just requiring you to put in this little extra work of providing hygiene to your people. Oh yeah, I'm definitely putting a roof on that, so I'm definitely trying to do something structure-wise with it. Just let me know what you think I was planning with it, because I don't know. Grizzly bear hunting goose? Goose, what the fuck are you doing across the river? I swear to God, this boy. So, Goose yells out as, you know, a grizzly bear roars. And the warriors and hunters of the tribe, you know, immediately grab their bows, and Bitters, you know, grabs his club. But, oh my God, no. Goose! No! Do something! They of course have short bows, so they can't even shoot across the river. Oh no. Oh no, Goose. Goose, no. They're not even registering it as a hostile animal. Oh God. Okay. In a fit of rage, Bitters just jumps into the river with his club, ready to just go at the bear for literally just killing a 10-year-old right in front of him. Whilst the others, you know, make their way into a more shallow part of the river in an attempt to at least, you know, support Bitters with arrow fire. Because, of course, we don't want this bear to fucking, you know, get away with this. But where is Goose's head? Also, did Bitters just get fucking shot by his own people? Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. Holy fuck. Rescue Bitters. Yeah, do that. Ruff is going to finish off the grizzly bear, and Stag is just gonna wander back to the tribe in a bit of a daze. And yeah. Because you see, all this time, Goose was supposed to, you know, be his successor when it comes to, being being one of the farmers of the tribe. But, goddamn, he really has no head anymore. Oh, God. Well, that means that, we need to do a burial. I honestly did not want... Well, want. It's Rimworld. You can never really deal with what you want if you truly go for the Rimworld experience, but I do figure we'll call the settlement Sanctuary, because this is the place they came for Sanctuary. Even though they just lost Goose. It's also Stag who's suggesting this, just... Oh yeah, so we just lost one of our tribe members again, let's just worry about calling the settlement and our faction point, girls. I'm an old man. My priorities aren't entirely straight. The Scattered sounds like a good name, yeah. And just... everybody just goes about their day. Whilst, Stack tells Magpie to hurry over to Bitter's stand because Bitters has been hurt pretty bad in the fighting. And everybody just kinda processes that they just lost one of their tribe. Here is some... just this intense action scene of... okay, we're not looking at it. Badger prioritizes working on the grave. Back to the intense scene of Magpie healing Bitters. Magpie. How the fuck do you actually pronounce it? I don't know. I just always say Magpie. Magpie. Anyway, Magpie patches up the badly hurt Bitters. Quality could definitely be worse, but, it is tribal. But, oh my god, he has been shot by friendlies. Oh my god, one of his worst wound saves from the friend. What the? Earthquake. Yeah, okay, Earthquake really didn't do much because we don't really have much in the way of structures or anything. It's just a little shock, as if the Earth is just angry at Goose's death. Clearly. And then the time comes for Stag to finally, begin the proceedings of putting Goose to rest. This music is way too upbeat for this. God, this tune is just way too cheery for the burial of a child. Holy shit. Okay, and now we can hold a funerary ritual. We don't have a moral guide yet, so Boss will fill the role this time. There we go, that's better music. And then the whole tribe starts to gather at the grave, minus Bitters, as Boss begins to hold a speech to honor their fallen tribe members' memory. That even though he wasn't part of their tribe for that long, and he wasn't even born within it, he was one of them. He was, just like all the others, a lost soul after a harrowing event. And nobody could have predicted that, this would have happened. That they have fled all this way just for to be remembered, that reminded more that even though they think they're safe from whatever destroyed their old home, danger can still lurk in the smallest of corners. They're in a forest. They're in the wilds. Anything can come and kill them. And with that, burial is over. And everybody says this feeling that the tragedy has also brought about a societal shift. As we may just have seen, Boss take the first step into becoming the boss. And with that, I'm going to, thank you all for watching. And, yeah, like the video if you liked it. Leave a comment, with what you think, whatever. It's all good for engagement. Heyo. Subscribe. I am going to be way more active the coming time. I am going to make more content, that's for sure. I'm going to stream more. Yeah, I do a shout out to Patreons, but right now nobody is subscribed to my Patreon, but you can subscribe to that. So anyway, I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.